Hi everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to Regina's World. This is a special, special upload because this is my normal upload. This is uploaded once a month on the 15th of the month because we are talking about nothing other than insurance. And I have my plant here. Maybe I go get it to give me a little, ambiance on the side. Okay, I'll go get it. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's begin. First, I moved my tree because it was just distracting and it was just hella dusty and I didn't want it near me. Uh, so, taking that away, let's get down to the nitty gritty. What we're here to talk about, right? Um, so, I wanted to put myself in my parents' shoes and my grandparents' shoes. On the other side, I have a lot of experience when it comes to insurance, obviously. So I want to paint the picture, right? So every state has different cost of living. Where I'm from, St. Louis, Missouri, it costs really cheap to live. I had a I think it was a two bedroom for $275 a month on the south side. That's really cheap. I live in Vegas currently and have been living here for a long time. When I first moved here, the price of living, you could get an apartment, two-bedroom apartment for like $700. Now you're not getting a two-bedroom apartment for less than $1,000. You're just not, okay? So price of living has increased since the time I moved out here. So I say that to say, when you at a retirement age, you have worked your entire life and you get to an age and you say, okay, I can retire happily. I don't have to work another day in my life. I am through working. And you see it all the time when it comes to people who's retired, unless they are had a lot of money, they are successful, they have businesses, they are millionaires, they can sit on their money and live peacefully and die happily. They don't have to do anything else. But then there are other people who have, like myself, who work consistently for their entire life, and they think once they get Social Security age at the age of 65, when they retire, they can live off Social Security, and then they learn something really a significant. That's not true. So you see elderlies and you see the older people who retire end up going back into the workforce. Why? Because Social Security does not provide you with enough income to sustain a life after you retire. It just doesn't. So I say that to say every state has a price of living and how much Social Security will give you in a check, right? So, say for instance, I have a son and he has cerebral palsy. In Missouri, his checks can be $400 a month because the price of living is very low. The what is it called? How much you make an hour? I forget what it's called, but that was like I don't know what it is now, but back then it was like $7 an hour. That is how much the least that you can make on a job, $7. So his Social Security check was about $400 a month, but that's enough for St. Louis. When you come out to Las Vegas, they bump that Social Security check up to like $800 because the price of living it costs way more out here. $400 is not gonna get you anywhere out here, not even a place to live. So I say that to say, so I'm going to take my son's amount of Social Security check. So let's do some addition, shall we? So let's say we have $800 check, and I retire. I say I don't want to work anymore. Social Security is going to give me this amount of money. Prior to me retiring, I had a mortgage, electric, gas, cell phone, internet, cable, a car note, car insurance. My monthly income right now that goes out that I have to sustain a living right now, it's about $3,500 a month, not including anything else, just my bills alone. It's about $3,500 a month, right? So that's what I have to have consistently to come in. If I decide to stop working and live off of Social Security, my Social Security check is only going to be about $800 a month out here in Vegas. How am I supposed to live off that when I still have all these bills that I got to pay for, right? How? So I have $800 Now I'm 65. I have Medicare Part A that's free as long as I've worked my entire life. Medicare Part B has a premium that you have to pay that comes directly out of your Social Security check. So that I say about $144 a month, roughly, right? So my check is already $800, subtracting $144. Let's say we're already at I'm just roughly 700 something dollars. No, that's probably a little lesser than 700. Let's say 650. I'm just gonna round it. That's just 675, right? So we're already at $675, and that's just keeping my Medicare Part B. So I may get into a plan Medicare Part C that I have a zero premium. Okay, cool. Or I don't have a Medicare Advantage plan. I have a prescription drug plan, which I specialize in, that has a premium. Let's say I get a $70 premium. So that's taking another $70 out of my Social Security check a month. So let's say I'm at $600. Let's just say I'm at $600, right? Now I have prescription drugs to pay for. Now my PDP plan premium is paid for. Maybe the plan that I have has a deductible, a $445 deductible. Let's say I have an insulin that I need to pay for. My insulin is going to be the rest of my whole Social Security check, just so I can continue to live with my insulin. I have not even paid my bills yet. I have not paid my rent, my mortgage, my water, gas, electric, my cell. I have not paid anything. All of my Social Security have just went back to the state with my Medicare Part B and my Medicare Part D. How am I supposed to live? How am I supposed to freaking live? So you see, parents end up moving in with their children. They end up giving up their homes because they can't afford to keep it. They end up moving into nursing homes. And though that Social Security check that they do receive go right to that nursing home, because to pay their room and board, they don't even see the check after that. It go right to the nursing home. So I mean, how do you continue to live? How do you live? So I wanted to give you guys an idea of how, when you turn 65, your grandparents and your parents, something that they really have to deal with, that they don't know that they're finna deal with, but it slaps them right in the face and they're not ready for it. So I'm here to try to prepare you as best as I can. So when you're ready, so when it's time to go into and take that step of retirement, you're ready, you're educated. So I got that out of the way. So let's talk about a little different. So let's talk about some things. So the first thing we're going to talk about today, I'll be right back. So I hope what I said in previously, you guys understood. I know sometimes I stumble over my words, but I try to be very clear about everything that I say and why I say it. So you guys have a clear understanding of what happens when you decide that I'm going to retire. I'm going to retire. I'm not working another day of my life. It doesn't happen that way for a lot of people. And you see that people have to go back into the workforce. You see elderly working at Walmart all the time as hostess and everything else because they can't live off Social Security, right? Okay, so first question. The qualifying age. What's the qualifying age to get Social Security and disability? It's 65. 65. And I think most people know that it's 65. I think you can go a little bit younger. I think it's like 62, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I'm sure about 65. You are eligible as you are a U.S. citizen. You are a U.S. citizen and you are receiving SSA benefits. And you worked long enough to be eligible for your benefits. That means you worked your entire freaking life. Or if you're younger than 65 and you're eligible as SSA because you have you are eligible for a disability check. So I see this happen all the time at work. You know, people be 40 years old and they ask, how did I just get into a PDP plan? I say, are you on disability? Like, yes. I said, that's how. As soon as you are qualified to get SSA disability, they automatically enroll you in a PDP plan. I said, whether you choose one or not, they're going to put you in it because you have disability. So you have to have benefits for at least 24 months for disability and railroad retirement board to meet certain conditions. Or you have Lou Gehrig's disease or a kidney disease that qualifies you to get disability. So again, qualifying age for SSA is 65. If you're younger than 65, you have to get disability. You either have some kind of disease, kidney disease, disability, pension, railroad pension, or have disability for at least 24 months. Did you understand that? I hope so. There are two enrollment seasons that I want to discuss. One is open enrollment season, and that starts between January 1st through March 31st. And then the second one is annual enrollment season, and that is from uh, October 17th to December 7th. Why are these dates significant? It's because these are the times when you can enroll in and out of a plan with no penalties, right? So annual enrollment season is the season that I usually work, October 17th to December 7th. This is you can change your plan pretty much as many times as you want to it without any penalties. This plan that you're going to enroll in annual enrollment season is going to take effect January 1 of next year, and that is the plan you're going to be with. So that is the time prior to October 7th to search around, look around, see what kind of plan that you're interested in. Or do you want a supplemental plan? If you have a supplemental plan, you enroll yourself into a prescription drug plan because Medicare Part A and B does not cover your prescription drugs. So if you have Medicare Part A, B, supplemental plan, and a prescription drug plan, that's your choice. Or you can have an Advantage plan. That's your Part C, and it has Medicare Part A, B, C, and D all under one umbrella of an insurance company like WellCare, company that I work for. And that is the company who pays for your prescription drugs and your health benefits and your vision and dental all under one umbrella of Medicare Part C, right? So the other one is open enrollment season, which is January 1st to March 31st. And that one is if you want to switch in and out of an Advantage plan, you can do so, and switch to a prescription drug plan. You can do so again with no punishment. That is open enrollment season versus annual enrollment season. So that's when annual enrollment season was pretty much when everybody started joining, right? Everybody started joining. Everybody started, when they turned 65, they started getting a bum rush with a whole bunch of letters trying to get you to come to their company, trying to join their plan. Annual enrollment season, they letting everybody in, right? But these are the two significant times when you can change in and out of plan. So keep that in mind. October 17th to December 7th or January 1 to March 31st. Okay? Okay, and there are three more actual enrollment periods that you need to be aware of. One is called initial enrollment period. And this is when you first become eligible for Medicare. It gives you a 7-month window, 3 months prior to your birthday, 3 months after your birthday. So my birthday is January 16th. So my initial enrollment period starts September, October, November. No, October, November, December. Then my birthday is January. Then I have 3 months after my birthday to enroll. So January, February, March, April. So that's 7 months they give you to enroll in a plan. During this time, you can sign up for Original Medicare. Original Medicare is Part A, or Medicare Part A and B, right? So you can sign up for both, or you can sign up for Medicare Part A. Then you have general enrollment period. This general enrollment period is for people who didn't sign up for the Medicare Part A and B during IEP, which is your initial enrollment period, which means that 7-month grace period they give you, and who aren't eligible for the special election period. It goes from January 1st to March 31st every year, not just for 2021. Okay, so that's initial enrollment period. You have your general enrollment period, and now this Medicare special enrollment period. And I'm going to read this. It says you only qualify for a Medicare special enrollment period if you missed IEP because you are still covered by a group health plan through your own or spouse's job, or through a family member's job. If you have a disability, you can sign up for original Medicare coverage within this 8-month window, which starts the month after your employment ends or the group health plan ends. So that means you can miss this. You can get a special enrollment period because you were enrolled in a group plan or enrollment plan. And that starts as soon as that ends. And we do that all the time during AEP. We sign up the special enrollment period. We do that all the time. So special enrollment period is something that you can use once a year. Once a year. If something changes in your life, like if you get a divorce, your finances change, you have a crisis, you have a storm, you lose your home, you move out of another state and you have to switch your plan, you are allowed to do that with once a year because you have the special election period. Special election period. Like so. That's what that's saying. This allows you to do that, enroll in the plan because you have this special situation going on and they don't penalize you for it. And they give you a little break to do so. So they allow you to enroll in the plan and that plan will start the first day of the next month that plan ends. So if that plan ends, your group coverage ends December 31st, our plan is going to start January 1st, 2022. So to be clear, when you're in your enrollment periods, you can switch in and out of plans. So if you want to go from original Medicare Part A and B and go to an Advantage plan Part C, you can do that. If you want to go to a Advantage plan and go to a supplement with a Part D, you can do that. You can have original Medicare and a Part D, you can do that. You can do whatever you want during your open enrollment and your enrollment season. But once that time has ended, whatever you choose is the plan you're in until AEP comes again the next year. So once that plan starts January 1, 2022, you cannot make any changes unless you have a special election period that allows you to do so once a year. If you do not have one, you are stuck with that plan until annual enrollment season again, October 17th to December 7th, or open enrollment season January of the following year. Okay? So choose wisely. Whatever you choose wisely. A simple question, do you have to enroll in Medicare once a year once you're in it? No. It automatically rolls over. So whatever plan that you have, that's the plan that's going to continue on year after year unless you make a change. Again, during AEP or open enrollment season. If you do not make a change, that plan is going to continuously continue on unless you make a change. But once you're enrolled in Medicare, you're enrolled in Medicare probably for life. This is something that I think you guys need to know as well with a Part D plan. I don't think this happens with any other of the plans. So you know that we are, as I said, Medicare Part A is free. It's automatically given to you. Medicare Part B is optional, but it may be a penalty, even though most people get A and B together, because once you're elderly, you have to go to the hospital and you have to go see your doctors. So most people get A and B together and they have that premium coming directly out of their Social Security. So most people have that. Part D is also optional. So, but, even though it's optional, it's not really optional because you can go for a very long time. And most people don't know this at all when it comes to Part D. If you go continuously more than 63 days, so when you're eligible for all these things, Medicare and all this at 65, you're eligible for everything. My suggestion is to go ahead and get into it all. Because if you don't, especially in Part D, you will be penalized. And it's called a late enrollment penalty. And that is if you go more than 63 days without coverage when you're eligible to get in coverage, however long you went without it. So if you're eligible at 65 and you decide, I don't even take medication like that. Why do I need to get into this plan? I don't want it. So 3 years go by and then you get sick. Okay, you finna get into a PDP plan. A normal premium for one of our plans could run you about $15. But the late enrollment penalty can run you about $50. So you paying $70 or something, $65 maybe, for a plan that the premium is only $15. But that is called that late enrollment penalty that Medicare applies to your premium for however long that you went without prescription drug coverage. Even though they say it's optional, it's not really optional. Because if you go 63 days, you're getting penalized every day. So most people fight super hard to get that off. And it's very hard to get a late enrollment penalty off when it is on. It is very hard. And people cry on the phone because they're so frustrated because they're paying such a high premium for these prescription drugs because it's late enrollment penalty. I beg you, if you hear nothing else, just enroll in a prescription, even if you don't even use it. Enroll in a prescription drug plan. Get the cheapest one. You're not going to be penalized if you never even use it. Just get it. Get the cheapest one, $10 a month. Just have the prescription drug plan at your disposal. Because if you don't, and you decide later on to get it, you can guarantee that Medicare has already applied your LEP, and God knows how much it's going to be. God knows. They calculated some kind of way. I don't even feel like going into how they calculate LEPs, but they do. They calculate LEPs about how much your income is and etc. like that. So if you have a high income, you can guarantee your premium is going to be stupid high. Okay, so just get the prescription drug plan. Cause yourself as little stress as possible. So I'm giving you this information to educate you, to warn you about certain things. Please listen to what I'm saying. Okay? Okay. And this is the last thing I'm going to say on this is extra help. Okay? So, there's a lot of members who are dual eligible. And that means they have Medicare and Medicaid. And that is a absolute help for the members because you can't imagine actually how much prescription drugs actually are until you're responsible for paying it. So right now I have public assistance, I have Medicaid and had Medicaid for my entire life. I don't know what it's like to pay for prescription drugs. But when you get to Medicare and retirement age, when Medicare is going to be responsible for paying your premium, then I am very aware I'm going to need extra help paying for these things because I see every day how much prescription drug costs our members, and it costs them a lot of money. So if nothing else you do when you sign up for a PDP plan, get extra help. Apply for Medicaid. So if a member is not married and you're on a fixed income, apply for Medicaid. Go to your local welfare office, get extra help. You get food stamps, etc. Apply for Medicaid. That is going to help you pay for your prescription drugs. That determines how much you're responsible for paying. When you're dual eligible, most members don't pay very little, if anything, when they have two insurance paying for their drugs. That helps a lot when you don't have to worry about paying for that kind of stuff because the state and the government is paying for it. Let them pay for your prescription drugs. Let them pay for it. So apply for Medicaid. If you have Medicare, apply for Medicaid. I beg you, apply for Medicaid. If you don't apply for Medicaid, apply for extra help through low-income subsidy program through Social Security. They have a program. Apply for that program. That program helps just like Medicaid. And I've seen it with my own eyes with XSA assistance with the low-income subsidy. Members barely pay anything. They barely pay deductible. Now, how this works is determining how much you get. Your income will determine how much SSA is going to pay. So that has levels to it. So I think level 3 is probably the most. Then the members don't pay anything. There's no premiums, no deductibles, the co-payments is zero. They pay jack. So I think level 3 is the most, and that's completely Social Security pay everything. But there was different levels. There's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Level 4 gets tricky because it's like 75%, and it gets a little tricky how they do it. I'm like, but level 100%, level 1, 2, and 3, you can't go wrong with those. So apply for either Medicaid or low income subsidy as soon as possible, because I believe when you sign up for your plan, you get that they get that letter in the mail telling you to apply, and most people may ignore it because they don't know what it is. I'm here to tell you, apply for it. It's not going to hurt you. Apply for it. It's only here to help you, and I'm here to help you. I'm here to let you know. Apply for any assistance you can get. And I hear members also say that they apply for through the specific manufacturer. I don't know too much about this, but members do say this, that certain manufacturers, they call the manufacturer if the drug is too high, and those manufacturers have programs where they give them uh the medications for cheap or very inexpensive, or sometimes they don't pay for it at all. They find grants to pay for these prescription drugs. Do your research if you need to. Have people help you look into that kind of stuff. Find you an agent who is equipped to handle these kind of questions and give you as much information as possible. Don't just take the word of one agent. Listen to many people, including myself, and there's probably other people on YouTube that you can find who can educate you on this kind of stuff. But please pay attention, because I'm here to help you, not hurt you. Okay? So I know I've thrown a lot at you today. We talked about extra help. We've talked about low income subsidy. We've talked about your annual enrollment seasons, your open enrollment seasons, special election periods. We've talked about qualifying ages of Medicare and Social Security. We've talked about life before you life before you retire. So I hope this video was informative. If you have any questions that you did not quite understand and you want me to go into it a little bit further, please leave it down in the comment, and I have no problem either making a rebuttal video or just writing it back to you in the comment section to help you understand and explain to a little bit better if you didn't quite understand exactly what I was saying. Okay, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And follow me on my social media, Keyshawn Maurice Robinson on Facebook and Sleepless in the LVMV on Instagram, okay? In our next video, we're going to be talking about Medicare Part A. So that may be kind of a long one, but we're moving right along. We're moving right along. So thank you for watching. If you watched to the end of this video, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will catch you next month on the 15th with another video. Bye.